Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in this week. Today we're going to talk about the FPR Relocate. Most people do this as part of the left side cleanup. Barkley actually has a really good write-up of it on the forum, and that's what I used for making the video. Let's get right into it. Today's tools, we will need about a foot of 5/16 inside diameter fuel injection hose, 3 fuel injection clamps, 8 and 10 millimeter sockets, 4, 5, and 6 millimeter Allens, needle nose pliers, flathead screwdriver, a razor, M5 0.8 by 16 hex head screws, and M5 0.8 hex nuts. Alright, first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and pop off our air scoop to give us access to the fuel pressure regulator back there. It's going to be these two 5 millimeter Allens. Once you get those bolts out, go ahead and pop off your scoop, set that aside. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take off the tank now to give us further access to things. We're going to go ahead and start by disconnecting these two lines here. Now you'll want to remove your seat to give you access to the two 10 millimeter bolts here. We're going to go ahead and get those off. While you're here, go ahead and lift up on your drive brake. Next, you'll come to your left side here. Go ahead and hit the quick release on this. From there, you should be good to just lift up and wiggle it back a little bit. Set that to the side for now. Alright, next you'll want to come up to your left side. We're going to want to remove this for easier access to everything. I'm going to go ahead and remove this plug wire too. That way we can kind of just get this completely out of the way here. We're going to go ahead and remove our bracket. It's going to be the two 8 millimeter bolts, the 6 millimeter Allen. We'll go ahead and disconnect here. Pull your plastic piece off. Squeeze the two tabs. Alright, now once you get your fuel pressure regulator off the mount, you're going to see that you're going to have to bolt it back together. That's what you're going to use the screws and the bolts for. Alright, once you got your two bolts run back in through your fuel pressure regulator, it should be good to go. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and disconnect this line up top. There's going to be a plastic piece on there you're going to have to remove first. Go ahead and set that to the side. And it should just be like the other one. You've got two buttons. You got to press them. It should just come right out. Now this piece here is where you're going to actually use your hose. You're going to have to use a razor blade to cut these two. Be careful because you're going to have to reuse these two 90-degree angles. And there are some O-rings on the inside that you're going to have to reuse as well. Alright, these are what your clamps are going to look like once you get them off. Now you're going to go ahead and cut enough hose to run from back where that disconnected back there, and you're going to run it up back behind your throttle bodies up here. So you're going to want to cut just enough hose for that. I suggest cutting it a little bit long because you can always trim it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and be running this hose right back here on the back side of the throttle body where that nipple comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and run that hose up through there. Go ahead and plug it in. Once you get that snapped in, go ahead and replace your little plastic cap. And you see how I cut that tube just a little bit long. That way we have plenty of room to go ahead and do whatever we want with it. Now I'm going to go ahead and zip tie this tube also down on the bottom down here to make sure that it doesn't hit on the back side of that throttle body. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and disconnect all this back here at the hose. And we're also going to go ahead and disconnect the fuel pressure regulator. From there we're going to go ahead and put the regulator back on this line. Go ahead and make sure you put a fuel injection clamp on there. Tighten that down. I'll go ahead and just scoot that clamp back up as well. And we're going to go ahead and zip tie the line to the frame. Alright, from there I'm going to go ahead and cut the tube back. I'm probably going to cut it down just a little bit below this so that I have enough room for that 90 to come up. Now when you actually mount this to the bar, you're going to want to make sure that this is pointing up. There you see the 90 that I've got connected back to the tube with a clamp. Now that's where we're going to go ahead and connect our fuel pressure regulator back to. Alright, now once you've got your fuel pressure regulator connected back at your line, you want to go ahead and replace your plastic piece real quick. From there you're ready to go ahead and zip tie this to the frame. Now go ahead, when you do that, make sure that this is pointing up like I said. And beyond that, guys, you're ready to start putting everything together. Now once you get to this point, if you're wanting to reuse your air scoop, you're going to go ahead and reconnect your bracket with that 6mm Allen and the two 8mm bolts. If not, you're going to go ahead and reconnect your dry brake. Make sure you reconnect your spark plug wire. And from there, you're ready to pop your tank back on and go. Guys, thanks again for tuning in. If this helped you at all, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.